My name is Reverend Irene Monroe, and I want to thank the Susan Love Committee for this award. A special thanks and shout out to Lisa Payne and Jade Daniels for suggesting Thea and I to the nominating committee. As an African-American lesbian minister and theologian, I try to shape both a local and national affirming public discourse on the intersections of LGBTQ, religion, and social justice issues. My work seeks to inform the public of the role religion plays in discrimination against LGBTQ people. This event is taking place in the midst of a global pandemic and protests against police brutality and racial inequality. George Floyd's death, a cisgendered man, symbolizes the new face of anti-Black violence, as Matthew Shepard's face symbolized homophobic violence after his murder in 1998. Floyd's death appears to be an inflection point and a wake-up call to white America. For the first time ever, this Pride Month, LGBT organizations and communities are lifting the voices and the faces of its Black communities. Fault lines of race and class and sexual orientation and gender identity are ever present. Now, most understand that for LGBTQ people of color, George Floyd's death raises the additional fear we live with always. We cannot talk about eradicating racism if we don't talk about the wounds white privilege creates. Moving forward in the aftermath of Floyd's death, I hope that the entire LGBTQ community embraces an intersectional concern and goals to best address systemic racism and police violence, both that our community shares. We must understand and we must cure ourselves of our indifference to each other's oppression. The infighting that goes on in our LGBT community are all symptoms of what is broken in ourselves. Change is a shared responsibility. United, we can stand as a dynamic community, or divided, we will fall as some petty people.